And these are going to be available. We do wish that everybody would be here every week if possible, but we know sometimes things come up. So we are going to have these videos available for you to watch if for some reason you can't make one of these sessions. It looks like we've got most here already, so that's great. Okay, well, good evening. It's 6 o'clock. Welcome, everyone. My name is Tracy Irby, and I am the director at TWU, Center for Women Entrepreneurs. And with me is Donna Lisa Stinyard, our program director. And we're so happy and excited for all of you. This was our first time to do the veteran grant. We've been asked for years to do something, and we're so happy that we are finally able to do this. And we are so excited for all of you here tonight. This grant was a little different than we've ever done before. It had varying amounts from 1,000 to 10,000. So we weren't sure exactly how that was going to work, but luckily it worked really well for all of you. Sometimes a business just needs a little bit to start up and others need a little bit more. So again, I'm so happy all of you are here tonight. The Center for Women Entrepreneurs was funded in 2015 by the state legislature just to help promote women anywhere in the state of Texas. And we do that through small business advising, funding, grant programs like this one, networking and training events, and research into women entrepreneurs and women in the workplace. So, but tonight we're here for you guys, and we're so excited you're all here. So what we want to do, because we have several speakers tonight and we don't want to keep everybody here really late, I'm going to go through the list, and I hope not to butcher any names, but if you would, give a wave when it's yours. And if I have not pronounced it correctly, if you want to just jump on, so we have that right. So the first company we have is Aiden M. & Company, doing business as Remy Photography. That would be Rahima. Are you here this evening?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, and how do we pronounce your last name?
So my last name is Barugu. The M is silent. Okay. So it's Barugu.
Okay, that'll make it easier next time. So,
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then we have And I Like It, LLC, Erica McKim from Dallas. Hi, Erica. It's nice to put the faces together. Apollo Ed Learning Solutions, Shauna Young from Spring, Texas. Hi, Shauna. Beyond Beauty Boutique, Kishma Joseph. Are you here, Kishma? She is out of Houston. And we have BB's Nail Bar. Are they here tonight? Let's see her on. Then we have CBD Relief, doing business as Wellness Wagon. We have Gilda.
Hi.
Hi, Gilda. And could you pronounce your last name for me?
Matat Del Valle.
Very good. Matat Del Valle. Close. And she is from San Antonio. And we have Sheremy Wine with Sheremy Law. I thought I saw her name on here.
Hi, I'm here. Thank you so much.
And she's out of Addison. And we have CKH Coaching and Consulting, Caroline Hirschbach. Okay. Combat Boots Jewelry, LLC, Lisa Bass. Hey, Lisa, she's out of Grand Prairie. We have Catherine Owen. There you are. I want to make sure I pronounce your business correctly.
Oops, I stopped the video. Sorry. Coruscant Productions.
Coruscant. Okay, great. I wanted to make sure I had that right. Thank you. We have Curabello Skincare, Lisa Rochelle Crawford Thomas. Hello. Good to see you again from Denton. Then we have Shay Jackson. And do you pronounce that Dace? And Dace Cyber Solutions?
That's a Cyber Solutions.
Dace. Okay, perfect. And we have Devil Doc Publishing with Christine Walker. She's at a Pilot Point. Welcome. Do Re Mi Lavender Farm. We have Anne Marie Carnes. We're so glad to have you here. And I do have to laugh. This is the first public toilet I think we're helping with. But it's a great project. Okay, we have Forte on the home front and doing business as the Produce Squad, Teresa Garrett.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Tracy. Happy to be here.
Yay. She's from New Braunfels. Jay Estrada Garcia Gallery, Judith Estrada Garcia. There she is. And we have Mala Stamba, LLC, Brass Ovaries, Jennifer Lynn Krug out of Austin.
Yeah, hello. My last name is Krug,
Krug.
kind of
Okay,
like
thank you.
Freddy Krueger.
Oh, well, that makes it easy, huh? Okay. And then we have Navarre Family and Company, Taylor Navarre.
How you guys doing?
Great. So happy you're here. She is out of Lancaster. And we have North Texas Voice and Speech, Leslie Wegner out of Allen. Playable Media, Julie James out of Fort Worth. We got Julian. RDA Fitness and MMA LLC, Deanna Moreno.
Hi.
Hi, there she is out of San Antonio. Recruit to Work Employment Services, Carmen Rosella Joyner out of Dallas.
Hello.
Hi. Revive Coffee LLC, Cassie Warren out of Fort Worth.
Hi.
There she is. Hi, Cassie. Julie Pierre Lewis. Are you here? Okay, wanted to make sure I said her business name correctly. We have True Believers Kane Corso, Sylvia Johnson.
Hello.
I knew I'd seen your name, Sylvia. Nice to see you. She's from Frisco. And we have United Phoenix Designs, LLC, Nancy Bagel out of Southlake.
Hi.
There she is. So welcome all of you. We're so excited to have you here and we're so happy for all of you and ready to get this programming started. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Donna Lisa now and she'll be taking over for the rest of the evening. So Donna Lisa.
Hi, so good evening, everyone. We're so glad you're here. The way we're going to do it is we're going to open up for question and answer after each speaker. Then that way, if they need to pop off afterwards, they can. And so if we have a later question, then I'm sure they'll also give you their contact information and you can reach out to them. I know they're going to be giving a lot of great information. So I did attach a speaker bio sheet to our email with everybody's bio on it, so we could kind of keep it short this evening. So first up is Bridget Moon from the Small Business Administration Office, Dallas-Fort Worth District Office. And so Bridget, it's all yours.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me today. And congratulations to all the wonderful ladies out there and that are on today, and the ones that maybe didn't get a chance to be on today's session. They'll be able to watch the recording and hopefully find that all these resources, we've all worked together in the past, and and hopefully you'll find some benefit and some resources to help guide you to continue with your business. I'm going to share my screen and we're going just to start with a short presentation. Let's see here, share, and we're going, can everyone see that okay? Can everyone see that, SBA? Yep, awesome, great. All right, so as you mentioned, my name is Bridget Moon. I'm with the Small Business Administration, U.S. Small Business Administration District Office in Dallas-Fort Worth. And I am an economic development specialist as well as a veteran business development officer. So a lot of times when people are starting businesses, they want to, what's your why? Why are you starting it? What's the, what's the force behind you to start your business? And that's really what, I start with a lot of people, what's the why? Because what's that get you up after maybe you work 20 hours in your business? What's that's going to push you every day when times are tough and when times are easy? You still don't want to give up on your business. So I tell people to think about that as they continue to either start or grow or expand their business. And SBA is very want to help ignite you with your start and grow and expand and recover. We are part of the recover process, as you guys have seen with the COVID-19. We help businesses recover from natural disasters as well as a pandemic. And of course, this is our first role on the pandemic side. So a lot of lessons have been learned, but our focus is, of course, is to start and grow and expand businesses, the small business community for sure. So we're going to start off a little bit about our partner network, because SBA can't just do it by ourselves. We do a lot of the financing aspect of it, like guaranteeing loans, and that's where a lot of people are known as for. But because we have to have partners to help facilitate our program, and what that means is that we have partners such as you're going to hear from one of them today, which is our VBOC, our Veteran Business Outreach Center. And then we also have our local resources that are also nationally utilized as well. And we'll talk a little bit about those and how to utilize those. But you can also, as you see here, it says sba.gov/local assistance. If you go to that webpage, you can also see those resource partners as well. So what resource partners are right for you? Each resource partner is kind of unique in its own, but what's nice about them is that they're free. And you don't have to pay for their services. They do have offering free counseling. Now I just put one in here, the Dallas SCORE chapter, but there is many in the Metroplex. And I'll talk to you a little bit about how to go about getting those resources that might be closer to you. SCORE is very nice because they offer a one-on-one mentorship and of course free online workshops and sometimes a minimal fee. But if you go to their website, score.org, you can also look up and request your mentorship there, and also look up for local chapters that might be of a benefit for you to look into. I like about when they set you up with a mentorship, they try to set up with what type of business you're in. So if you're into filming, they're going to try to find a mentoring that is filming, and obviously not something that's in construction. So, but it's also based on availability. And with the pandemic, they've been utilized quite a bit with helping out with the PPP loans that you've heard out there and the different kinds of financing that have helped businesses get through the pandemic. So please allow at least a couple of weeks before they do get in touch with you, because sometimes they're stretched their resources as well. Another great resource partner is our Small Business Development Center. And those are, if you're in Dallas, there's also the regional office there at the Bill J. Priest Center. And they have consulting as well and low-cost training. And if any of you young ladies thinking about getting into federal contracting, a lot of times they'll have a specialist on board that can also help you look into the future of that into federal contracting. Something I also want to give you to look in for their locations. If you go to America and then with a double S and then the BDC that you see there, .org, that's their national page that you can go right there and see what their locations are for you. Then we also have a women's business center that's been with us a few years now. That's located in Dallas. Now, unfortunately, within our 72 counties that we cover, there's only one versus 4 in SBDC. There's multiple locations, physical locations, as well as meeting in person. Those are all by appointment at this time due to the pandemic. We encourage the utilization of more than one resource partner. You do not have to just say, okay, I'm picking one. If you feel that there might be some benefit of utilizing more than one, we definitely encourage that. This is the Veteran Business Outreach Center, and I believe you're going to hear from Patrick. Alcorn is the director of our VBOC there in University of Arlington University of Texas in Arlington up there on the 6th floor. A very good, great resource. I encourage definitely, and I'm not going to go much into it. I'll let him talk about everything they do because it just grows and amazes me how much he has put forth and for our veteran community. So I don't want to take away everything that he's going to talk about. So, and of course, our district office. This is my information here. These are my office and my cell number, my email. Reason I want to make sure that you guys have this, we take a picture of it, because we do have federal programs that are designated towards veteran, and I'm trying to get through it all within my time allotment. The biggest one that we have right now is the small business loans for startup. If you're familiar with our loan programs, we have a 7A, a 504, and microloans. Those three particularly, up till the end of September, are all the fees for SBA and lender fees are waived. That is a huge savings for those that need funding, additional funding at this time. We encourage you to get your loan application by the end of July. And the reason why is because they're taking, there's a little extra time it's taking for them to process those applications due to all the COVID funding out there. So we want to make sure that you get the approval. It has to be approved before the end of September, okay? So if anyone wants some more information, please email me or call me and I'll be glad to assist you in further. But just keep in mind that SB doesn't make the loans. You're going to go through a particular lender of your choice. Usually we encourage those that currently have a business relationship or maybe even a personal relationship with their bank and you're just starting out. And if you like that particular bank, to encourage that relationship on a business side. And that way you can also see if they do SBA lending. And I'll also show you, if you go to this sba.gov here, excuse me, /TX there, it says right above the little bird there for the tweet, /Dallas. If you go to our district webpage, we have this great resource guide. It is right underneath our office directory on the left-hand side of the screen. And it's a PDF download. It says DFW Resource Guide. When you go, it'll take you, when you click on that, it'll take you to the regular SBA website and it says download. Download it, and when you peruse through it, it goes through 3 different sections. There is a blue section at the beginning. It has the resource partners, the ones that we just mentioned, plus state and local resource partners that you'll find very handy with phone numbers and addresses. The second section is a green tab section, which is our funding options. It talks about the SBA loan programs. It gives you some preferred SBA lenders. It is not an all-inclusive list though. So if you don't see your bank on there, don't sweat it, just ask them if they do SBA loans. And then if there's a bank of choice, if you have a question, we can always contact our office and we can assist you as well. The last section is a red tab section, and it's all about federal contracting. So that's another resource. And usually businesses that got to 2 years in, because you have to have an established capability statement. I know a lot of times businesses say, oh, I want to get into the federal contracts. And what happens is they don't have enough experience to show that they can handle the load that's requested on a federal contract, okay? So again, since we're going into the federal contracting, obviously, you know, we're the world's largest customer buying all kinds of products and services that the government is. And so you can go to sba.gov/contracting. And you can also go as a veteran, type in veteran on the SBA website. And there's a thing on there that is a veteran contracting. And it talks about the set-asides for veteran contracts for the federal government. So we want to make sure that to evaluate your readiness, as I mentioned earlier about the 2 years, is usually the minimum. I know sometimes if there's a need, those 2 years might not be needed. But if you have a question whether you are marketable within the federal government, that's where our office can assess. We have a great business opportunity specialist team in our office that can help you determine that. So if you have an idea, or if you want to branch off your current idea, we can definitely go over that with you to make sure that there's a need, because the last thing you want to do is go through all the paperwork and all the work that you'll do and then don't have any marketability in the federal contracting. Okay. So here's talks a little bit about the 23% of all prime contracting is there's set asides. So you got the 8A business development program, and that is also talked about in our resource book, our historically underutilized business zones called Hub Zone program, our women-owned small business, and then our service disabled veteran-owned program. And you can have more than one set aside that for federal contracting. And there's also a website there, certified.sba.gov, for additional information too. So we do have what we call PTAC, which is the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, that can also assist you. We have one there at Cross Timbers Procurement Center there at Arlington, which is right by UTA as well. So if you think that there's that possibility as well, they have great training programs too. That's another resource partner you can branch out to. So access to capital, a lot of times people are asking, what can we use SBA loans for? And actually it's very, there's a wide variety, and it also depends on the type of loan that you utilize. So we have a variety of different loan programs. Our 7As, which you're probably hear the most of, is the most versatile. It pretty much helps you do anything you need for business, for working capital, purchase, renovate, purchase inventory, you know, grow or repair. Maybe you got a building that needs repair, all that kind of comes in there. And then some of the other ones are a little bit, might have some limitations. So definitely check out that resource guide that I mentioned earlier. And that will also tell you what those particular loan programs, what they can and can't do, as well as terms. I want to talk a little bit about microloans. And the reason is on the microloans, a lot of times we have not a need for a huge amount of loan. And since I figured you guys have gotten some smaller grants, you might need maybe just an additional loan program. The microloans are usually $50,000 or less. And what's really nice about these is that they're not as strict on the credit score. So if you don't have that perfect 640 plus or 700, maybe some banks are looking at for a business loan, we definitely want to encourage you to look at our microloans. And those are also marked in our resource guide. There's 3 strong ones in our area. They're called People Fund, which sometimes maybe you guys have heard of those, Lift Fund, and then we got also BCL of Texas. Now there is another microlender called Dream Spring. They used to be called Axion, but they're not officially part of the SBA yet, but they're coming back, or they're already back in our region. So I do want to mention them because they are also a microloan program. So you can compare terms and see if that's an option for you, because they have a lot of times veteran programs as well as women programs, which is what I mean by that is lower interest rates. Like they might had an investor say, okay, I want this to go for just women loans. And so what they do is that it goes to 2% reduction in interest rate. or they're able to offer a longer term. So there's a lot of options and things that might happen with our microlenders. Of course, increasing your chance of securing loan is real important in business plan, the financial statements, financial projections, especially if you're just now starting to be in a business. So we encourage, again, with our resource partners to help facilitate these things that you're going to need. We want you to get lender ready. We don't want you to go to 10, 15 different institutions to try to get financing and reject it because you weren't lender ready. So utilizing our resource partners can make sure that that can be of assistance for you. Another program that we have is called Lender Match. So if you have an idea of how much money you need, or you have an idea, you have your business plan ready, and you want to compare some possible options out there, we can definitely look at those and see, hey, let's put it out there. And what it does is it allows you to put some minimal information. And with that minimal information, it goes across the United States for other financial institutions that might be interested in financing your venture. And if they are, they're going to contact you probably for more information. So that's why it's important to make sure you're lender ready before you venture into a comparison outside of your local region. Okay, because you don't want to go, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that. You want to make sure that you are ready. Okay, so I'm going to need to be go right through this real quick. The global part here, we do, like if you guys have a product or service, you want to venture out internationally, we do have programs that can be able to do that. Just touch base with me. This is our U.S. Export Assistance Center. We do have an office in our location here. So if you're interested in that, please, contact us and we can assist on that. Disaster-wise, obviously, we do have things that make sure businesses are prepared. I would encourage to go to SBA.gov. Prepare talks about how to prepare your business for a natural disaster. Even though we don't up here in northern Texas, most of the time, you might get the aftermath of hurricane, lots of rain, tornadoes, things like that, and things that sometimes we overthink and we just don't do because we think, oh, never going to happen to us. So it's good to be prepared and make sure, because I've been part of that disaster side of it, and I've seen businesses that don't reopen because they weren't prepared. And as it says here, an estimated 25% of businesses don't reopen after a major disaster. So we want to make sure that you do open and you're secure and ready to, overcome any effects of disaster. And in our disaster loans, a lot of times people only think we do business loans, and we don't. We do for personal property, people that own their own home, economic injury for your business, in case you weren't able to open up your business, machine equipment, and we even have, if you employ an active duty military, we have programs for that, and if they're deployed back out. Here's my information. Sorry, that last part was very quick. Again, here's my phone number, my email. I want to make sure that you guys have that connection, and anything, questions, you can address now if there's anything, and I'll stop sharing my screen. I'll go to, here we are. Let's see. All right, does anyone have questions or action items?
Cassie, you have a question?
Here we go, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I was pedaling around on that website the other day, and I realized that my business is in a hub, and obviously I'm women-owned, and I'm also a disabled vet. Is that, how does that work?
Okay, so that goes hand in hand with your set-asides for federal contracting. Okay, you might want to check into venturing into the 8A program. If you're in a HUD area, that might be something you look into. See if that's a program. It's a program that you're committed to for about 8 years, but it helps you within that federal. What kind of business? Let me ask you this.
It's a coffee shop.
Oh, coffee shop. So not much so on the federal contracting side of it, but you can be still certified as a women-owned and veteran-owned, and I'm sure that's going to be discussed here on the state. Someone from the state here will address how that looks for you, okay? Because I know that there's some great programs statewide to be certified as a women and veteran owned and disabled with that. Okay.
You
question.
had one in the chat, Bridget. Do you help
Okay.
with import of inventory from Mexico to sell in the US?
Yes, there is programs within our exporting and importing. The importing is more limited because we're focused on the exporting, obviously, to help grow within inside the United States. But yes, if you have some questions on that, that's probably going to be more of our general loan program to help start your business. So if your inventory requires outside international goods, that is not a problem. It just we look at it as in our regular program. It's not so much falls in our exporting.
Lisa, did I see your hand?
You did.
Okay.
On the loan programs, do you have to put up collateral?
Okay. Most of the time, anything that's over 25,000 will require collateral. Now, some of our micro lenders, if they sometimes, depending on the type of the business, they might require collateral, but usually it's very minimal. I know that Lift Fund did a loan and they took jewelry, because you didn't have anything else to offer as collateral. A lot of times your collateral, of course, in the state of Texas, we can't take your personal home to secure business, okay? But we can look at your business assets, your furniture fixtures, your inventory, your accounts receivable, if you end up going over that, or if you own the physical location where you have your business. It's best available. If you own other real estate besides your home, they'll look at that too.
So Bridget, I'll go ahead and ask you, will you share your slides with us and will they be able to have a copy of them?
Sure, that's not a problem.
Yeah. So what I'll do is with the replay link, I'll upload the slides to an area and everybody can go back through them, and then your contact information will be on there if we have any other questions.
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Bridget. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Lots of great information too. I didn't know all that stuff was out there. That's so great. So next up we have Anna Baker, and she's with the Veteran Entrepreneur Program at the Texas Veterans Commission. And so Anna, you are up.
Good evening. So first I want to congratulate all of you. It's so exciting to be a part of this program. And I'm so happy for all of you. I want to address something that you were discussing with Ms. Moon, with Bridget, about collateral and about other lenders before I get into my slides. So I and a business partner back quite a few years ago started a business, and we got a loan with Oxyon, which I believe Bridget said is now Dream Spring. They took, it was an SBA secured loan, but they actually took my 1971 Oldsmobile 442 as collateral for our loan. So if you've got something, if you need the money and you've got something that you can put up for collateral, I think they will help you out because they want to help small businesses, and I know they want to help women's small businesses. So let's get to it. I'm going to share my screen now. And can you see my slides? Looks like you're still looking at me. Are you looking at my slides? Okay, excellent.
I see your slides. Your slides are good.
All right, great. Thank you. So I am Anna Baker. I am the program manager for the Veteran Entrepreneur Program at the Texas Veterans Commission. Our mission is to foster and promote veteran entrepreneurship and business ownership. And we do this in 3 ways: one-on-one business consulting to entrepreneurs and small business owners. We inform and educate veteran entrepreneurs and business owners on benefits, programs, and services that support business development and growth. And we connect veteran business owners and entrepreneurs to business resources. Many of the resources that Bridget mentioned are the same resources that we often refer veterans to, because we realize as a small team, it's myself and 3 other business consultants supporting all of the veterans in Texas, that we are not going to be the subject matter experts on every industry or every aspect of business. So having all of the resources available to you, many of the ones that Bridget mentioned, is very important. And we will connect you to those services as you may need them throughout your business development. Some of the things that we help veterans with is their branding and marketing, business plan assistance, capital acquisition. This is getting you lender ready, so helping you put together that 3-year financial projection spreadsheet to go along with your business plan so that you can meet with lenders and get funded. Entity formation, historically underutilized business. So this, with the state of Texas, is a little bit different than what Bridget was discussing with the historically underutilized business zones. So in the state of Texas, a historically underutilized business is a woman, minority, service disabled veteran, or economically disadvantaged small business. And you can get HUB certified, and we can help you do that so that you can do business with the state of Texas. So this is specific to the state. We have our very own coordinator, HUB coordinator, Christina Mortel. She is on my team. She is the veteran business consultant that supports the veterans in the Dallas-Fort Worth community. She knows a lot about HUB, and we can help you get HUB certified if that is something that you are interested in. We can also provide some legal and tax assistance. We are not lawyers, we're not accountants. We can refer you to those certified and licensed individuals as you need them, but any kind of general guidance or questions that you may have, we can assist with that. We provide one-on-one consulting, and we provide training, typically in collaboration with some of our other partners. These other 2 bullets that are in red font, I'm going to be talking about them a little bit more on the next slide. Some of the projects and initiatives that we are working on are the Empowering Texas Veterans Initiative. This is a collaboration with the Texas Alcohol and Beverage Commission. What we do is we help veterans who are interested in getting into the alcoholic beverage industry, either as a distributor, a brewer or distiller, or somebody who wants to sell liquor in an establishment. We help get them started, get them prepared, and then with the help of the TABC, they help us identify mentors for the veterans that are interested in getting into this business. The veteran-owned business logo, which was, there was a picture of it at the very beginning, and you'll see another one here in a little bit. We started this program just before Veterans Day of last year. And what we want to do is we want to help veteran-owned businesses market to their partners, their suppliers, their customers, and their community that they are a veteran-owned business. If you meet the eligibility requirements, we will provide you a logo in a JPEG or EPS format that you can use on your marketing materials, on your website, your Facebook page, and then we can also provide you an actual decal that you can put on your storefront if you have one. We host the Texas Veterans Mean Business podcast. It is hosted by Christina Mortel. You're going to hear her name a lot because she is very active in your community. She works hand in hand with our communications team to produce the podcast, and she introduces experts, subject matter experts on different aspects of business. And she also interviews veteran business owners who can share their best practices, the challenges they had in transition, how they got their businesses off the ground. She has some great shows, and I'll have a link for you in this slide deck, and you'll be able to check those out on your own. We talked a little bit about the historically underutilized business program already. You can reach out to us if you're interested in that. In January, we started our Success in 60 Minutes webinar, and that may be how some of you found out about this wonderful grant program that you're participating in now. Tracy came on and she explained about the program and the grant, and every month, the second Wednesday of the month from noon to 1, we host our Success in 60 Minutes webinar, very much like the podcast, featuring experts in business aspects of business, as well as featuring veterans who can talk about their challenges in getting their businesses off the ground. And finally, SB 1049 and SB 938. Some of you may be familiar with Senate Bill 1049 and may have taken advantage of this bill when it became law on January 1 of 2016. Senate Bill 1049 gave veterans the opportunity to register their businesses for free with the Secretary of State, as well as giving veteran-owned businesses a 5-year franchise tax exemption. Unfortunately, the bill did not make it through the last legislative session. So the bill term, the date of the bill was January 1, 2016 to December 31st of 2019. In 2019, during the legislative session, we thought that this bill was going to get extended. Unfortunately, SB 1049 made it to the Senate Finance Committee and basically died there. Never made it out of the Senate Finance Committee. This year, the Texas legislature brought back SB 1049 in its new name, SB 938, Senate Bill 938. This bill is going to bring back the same benefits as before, the ability to register your business for free, as well as the 5-year franchise tax exemption. The bill will go into effect on January 1 of 2022. So what does that mean for you right now? What it means for you right now is if you have not registered your business yet, maybe you have a DBA, or maybe you just haven't figured out the exact name that you want yet. One of the things that you can do is you can reserve your name with the Secretary of State. They have a form, I think it's $25. You reserve your name for 120 days. Then once SB 938 goes into effect, you'll be able to register your name for free, the name that you've already saved and reserved with the Secretary of State. We're going to be talking a lot more about Senate Bill 938 in the coming months. We are going to have a special Success in 60 Minutes, hopefully with our partners, the Secretary of State, as well as the Texas Comptroller, so that you can learn about how each of these agencies impacts your Success in 60 Minutes, impacts your ability and what you need to do to take advantage of this benefit. I have no idea where those little red lines came from. So we're moving on to the next slide anyway. I wasn't even touching my computer. I'm not sure what that was. Okay, next. Some upcoming events. Our next Success in 60 Minutes is July the 14th. If you are looking at hiring employees, or even if you know of other businesses, and it does not have to be a veteran-owned business, we're inviting any business owner who is ready to hire to come to our event on July 14th. We're going to talk about hiring veterans. There are benefits. There are tax benefits to businesses who hire veterans. And we're going to have a subject matter expert who's going to tell you and anybody that comes on about what those benefits are, besides the fact that you get great employees when you hire veterans. And then our Texas Veterans Mean Business podcast is our most recent one, is posted, Finding Your Post-Military Identity. And I'm going to let you know that Carolyn Hirschbach, one of your members, one of the cohorts of your team, was featured on this podcast. So if you would like to check her out and listen to the podcast, as well as all the others that we have available, you'll be able to find them on this link. And I'll share this slide deck with Donna Lisa, and she'll make sure that you have that. There is a picture of our veteran-owned business logo and a list of some of the partnerships that we have, many of the same ones that Bridget mentioned earlier. One that is relatively new is the National Veterans Business Development Council. So the National Veterans Business Development Council is a nonprofit organization that helps veteran businesses who want to contract with private companies. So the one thing that you're going to learn about the certifications and all the certifications that are out there is that there's not one certification that fits every customer that you have. If you work with the state of Texas, if you want to contract with the state of Texas, that's HUB. If you want to contract with the federal government, you go through the PTAC, that's a different certification. If you want to do business with the VA, that's another certification. And if you want to contract with private industry, that's a different certification. So a lot of them will take certifications from others, but there are different eligibility requirements. So you will want to look into that, but that's just one of our most recent partners that we have made. So let's say that you wanted to sell your coffee to HEB, you might want to get certified. HEB does recognize the NVBDC certification. And this is how you contact us, our phone number, our generic email address. We actually ask veterans to utilize our Connect with a Business Consultant button on our webpage, because when you do this, it will automatically route your request to the business consultant for your region. Because we're a small team, we're spread out, this ensures that wherever you are in the state of Texas, the person that contacts you is the business consultant for you, for your region, and that's going to be who you want to connect with. But if you have general questions, if you need anything, this is how you can contact us. You'll see on our resource page, we've listed some of our resource partners. We have some downloadable resources, and all of our webinars that we've had, you can find on our resource page as well. Next, I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about the Women Veterans Program. The Women Veterans Program mission is to ensure women veterans of Texas have equitable access to benefits and service. The Women Veterans Program is a program under the Texas Veterans Commission. I was the manager of this program for 3 years before transitioning over to the Veteran Entrepreneur Program. This program is very near and dear to my heart. It's still a young program. During the 2019 legislative session, the program became fully funded. It was not funded in the first 3 years that I was in the program. We basically got money from the other programs, helped support us, and then private donations. But now that is a fully funded program. Some of the common requests that the women veteran coordinators get run everywhere from housing assistance to issues with food insecurity, childcare. I thought this was interesting because I never got a request for help with the county tax exemptions, but apparently they're getting a lot of requests for help with that. If you need emergency financial assistance, you can reach out to the women's program. They're a great resource because they're going to have connections with all of our other programs within the agency, regardless of what you need, as well as local resources that may be able to assist you. One of the handouts that I provided to Donna Lisa, and she'll be sharing with you, is a list. It's over a page long of all of the resources in North Texas that are there to assist veterans, women veterans, and their families. How you can reach the Women Veterans Program, go to the Texas Veteran Commission website, go to the general contact form, select Women Veterans. You can also reach the Entrepreneur Program and any of our other programs from this page. Enter your information and any comments that you may have, and a Woman Veteran Coordinator will reach out to you. They're doing something also very new, is their virtual office hours. So you can go to the website, select the Women Veteran Resources. There's a page here. You can see the click to connect via Zoom. It shows you what hours they're available, and you can just jump on and ask them any question to get whatever assistance it is that you may need. And on the right-hand side, you will see the list of the Women Veteran Coordinators for the state of Texas, and you'll have access to their email addresses as well. And that's all I have. Any questions? Excellent. Thank you so
Anna,
much.
Anna, did you need me to put those other two documents as well? I put the resources one in there.
Yes, you can share all the documents with them. The other two documents are specific to the Veteran Entrepreneur Program, but yes, you can share all of that information, and I'll send you the slides and you can share those as well.
Okay. You can probably stop sharing your screen and then we can.
Yes. There we go. Right. All right. Thank you.
Thank
So
you,
someone
Anna.
had a question in the chat.
Who had a question? What if I'm already registered this year? Will I be exempt from the franchise tax, or will that not be applicable, Anna?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's one we do not have the answer to yet. I actually have a meeting, I believe it's early next week, with the Secretary of State, and we will still need to meet with the comptroller so that we can ensure that we've got the right translation. You would think that these bills would be easy to understand, but they're not always that clear. So once we know for sure whether or not the benefit will be retroactive, we will make sure that all of the veterans in Texas that are interested in that benefit will know about it. We'll be sharing it on social media, in our newsletter. Well, like I said, we're going to do a presentation in our Success in 60 Minutes. We'll share that. All that information will be shared with all the resource partners, the SBA, the SBDCs, the Veteran Business Outreach Center. So we will make sure everybody has access to that information so that they know whether or not they will be eligible.
Okay, great. And I put all of those forms in the chat. But just what we'll end up doing is once we get everybody's slide deck and all of the forms, I'll just put that all in a package on a Google Drive and send the link. And then that way everything will be consolidated in one area for everybody. So, all right. Thank you,
Thanks
Anna.
for having me.
Thank you, Anna. That was great information, and it's so good to know that that's coming back for veterans next year.
All right, so next we have, let me get my paper. Our next speaker is Patrick Alcorn. He is the founder and director of the Veterans Business Outreach Center at the University of Texas, Arlington. And he's already been pumped up by the SBA and the Texas Veterans Commission. So Patrick, it's all yours.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm excited to be here. I can hardly wait to get started. I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you for this opportunity. One, to receive funding for your enterprises, but two, to receive some technical training that might help you move forward as you grow your enterprises. I'll save time on the introduction. I've already been introduced, I guess, a couple times throughout the process, so I'll jump right into the presentation. As you can see on the screen, first of all, just kind of wave at me to make sure that you can hear my voice. I've had some sound issues lately. Okay, good. Thank you, Caroline, for letting me know you can hear me. So I'll just jump right into the slide presentation and talk about what it is that we have highlighted for 2021. But in general, the VBOC provides collaborative, hands-on, interactive learning opportunities, including classroom instruction and opportunities to work with experienced coaches and mentors, attend workshops, and develop connections through training programs, one-on-one business counseling, accredited university courses, practical seminars, relevant workshops, expert referrals, and veteran-focused outreach activities. The VBOC serves as the SBA resource partner for veterans. So the SBA has 3 missions specifically, and then a 4th mission related to disaster recovery. We call it the 3 C's. The first C is the SBA helps all small businesses with access to capital. As Bridget already mentioned, the SBA is not a direct lender except in a disaster scenario, but they do co-sign on loans up to 85% on domestic loan and 95% on international loans. We help in that prospect in connecting you with those lending partners and preparing you to interface and interact with those lending partners. The second C is contracting. The federal government is the largest purchaser of goods and services in the entire world, purchasing a little more than $600 billion in products and services last year alone. So if you have a product or service that's used by the federal government or any of its agencies, the SBA has a responsibility to help you make the federal government and or its agencies one of your customers. We help facilitate that process by helping you with the certifications, the registrations, and preparing the documentation necessary to make the federal government one of your, or its agencies one of your customers. The third C is counseling. The SBA, and through its resource partner, provides everything from one-on-one counseling to mentoring to seminars and workshops to help you be the best business owner that you can be, to help you lead your business in the best way that you can. And we come into that counseling aspect specifically for the military connected entrepreneur community. So our audience specifically is active duty veterans of all branches, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, and Coast Guard, including military spouses, veterans of all eras across the board. We help them in that process. Our primary role is to introduce the military connected community to the ideal of self-employment and or business ownership. So we facilitate a 2-day course on the military installations in Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Every month we facilitate these 2-day courses known as the Boots to Business program, as you see here on the presentation before you. We also facilitate this course online on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday and Wednesday every month. So it's a half day on Tuesday and a half day on Wednesday where we facilitate this course. This course has 8 modules, and we cover everything from what does it mean to be an entrepreneur, to finding the right opportunity in the marketplace, to accessing and conducting your market research with all of the research tools, to finding capital and accessing that capital, and developing your business plan and your strategic plan. My office is an office of 4 individuals. So we spend most of our time on the road facilitating these courses. We do some one-on-one counseling, but not very much. We're very selective in who we do one-on-one counseling with to make sure that we can add value to that particular client and really help them move their business forward. We don't like to draw the process out. When we have resource partners such as the SBDC, SCORE, VR's Women's Veteran Enterprise Center, Women's Business Center. So all of these centers are partners with us to help you with that counseling aspect across the board. We also do the reboot class, which is the same course for those individuals who don't have access to military installation. Our signature event is at the top of the flyer, is the Business Beyond the Battlefield Conference. That conference was live in 2019. In 2020, it was a virtual conference with over 464 attendees. We'll do it again this year. It'll be a hybrid event, part virtual, part live, and so forth. 3 days of the event. On the 6th, we'll do access to capital. We'll do access to capital activities and breakout sessions. On the 7th, we'll do a government contracting breakout sessions and presentations. And then on the 8th, we'll talk to the most important part of your business, and that's you. My mentor and my friend, John Maxwell, the #1 leadership guru in the world, coined a phrase many, many years ago. I guess we can call it decades ago because he's been doing this for 50 years now, that says that everything rises and falls on leadership, and that includes your business. And the philosophy that we subscribe to and that I support is that your business will never outgrow your ability to lead your business. If your leadership skills is at a level 4, your business will never grow beyond being a level 4 business. Until you grow your leadership skills to a level 6, your business will never reach a level 6 level business. So if your business is stalemated and is stuck at a particular level, the first thing that you need to do is check your leadership. What is your ability to lead a team and to grow your team so that your organization can grow? Because your organization will never outgrow your ability to lead it. No matter what you think, no matter how much money you have, no matter what it is that you do. That's why major corporations change CEOs. That's why founders sell their businesses to the next level and so forth, so that business can continue to grow and expand, because that founder's leadership level was here and they want the business to go to the next level. And the only way to get that business to the next level is to get a leader who can lead it to that level. So for your business to go to the next level, you have to become a leader to lead your business to the next level. And so we host on October 8th, which is the last day of the Business Beyond the Battlefield Conference, our leadership seminar with key leaders from across the nation, including John Maxwell, the #1 leadership expert in the world. We'll have Valerie Burton, who's an executive coach and certified personal entrepreneur leader. We'll have Jamie Lima, who's the founder of IT Cosmetics, and a best-selling author, Jeff Henderson and Ed Milet, which are all best-selling authors, will all be speaking on that Friday the 8th in a half-day event. We also have our Gravology platform, and Gravology is for those of you who are interested in learning more about government contracting. We take you from the rooter to the tutor, which means we take you from the foundation and learning what is government contracting to everything you need to do to make the government one of your customers. And we have an online platform for that with over 134 on-demand courses that can get you up and running, as well as regular ongoing live courses that change out or transition every month. And then we have our third Thursday think tank. I'm kind of going counterclockwise here. Then we have our let me continue to go counterclockwise. We have Profit Mastery. When you think about the hats that you wear as an entrepreneur, and as a small business owner, you typically wear multiple hats. You're the HR director, you're the marketing director, you're the sales development VP, you're the CEO, you're the founder, you wear all these hats. And you typically wear the hat that you wear the best, which is the one where your skill set is. And in many cases, a single entrepreneur or small business owner does not effectively wear the hat of managing the financial statements, managing the money of the business. And it's great. You should have an accountant, you should have a CPA or someone on your team, but still, as the entrepreneur and as the business owner, you should understand the economics of your business and what's necessary to move your business forward. What do you need to do to increase your volume? How can you widen your margins? What types of things can you do to grow your business? When is the best time to bring on a new employee or to buy a new asset or to expand your business? These are all financial decisions that need to be made, and those financial decisions can be more effectively made when you understand how to effectively look at and read your financial statements. And that's what Profit Mastery is all about. You'll get a taste of that. I think I'm teaching a course for you guys coming up in July. I think it is July 7th or 8th, somewhere around there. I'm teaching a course. So you'll get a taste of what that's all about, but that's a critical course that we teach called Profit Mastery. And then last on your list there is the Third Thursday Think Tank. We've partnered with the University of Texas at Arlington and our Startup Lounge. You do not have to be a student. You do not have to live in Arlington. Anyone can participate, particularly now that it's virtual, it's open to everyone. But even when it's not virtual, you can come on campus over to the Startup Lounge. It is a startup community. It's not just veterans, it's all types of entrepreneurs. So forth. We combine with an organization in Fort Worth called Tech Fort Worth and a couple of other folks who host this particular event. They host the event every Thursday. We sponsor and host just the third Thursday of each month. So the third Thursday, if you're a veteran or a military spouse or from that community, that's when we're there sponsoring the event, but you can participate in every single Thursday at Epic Mass. The last thing that I'll share with you in this presentation is just kind of a highlight video from our 2019 event. I don't have one from our 2020 virtual event, but here's sort of a snippet of how our 2019 event went.
The success of small businesses and veterans in particular is a top priority for the president.
Mother and father immigrated here with a suitcase and a dream. I had a front row seat to entrepreneurship. I am living proof of what is possible in this country. And welcome to BBC 19. I don't got time to hear about the criticism. Rap serial killer looking for another victim. Come and get your issue. You're rolling with the 9-5 slash you off it's like a carry. Beat kicks, Robbie hit it with a remix. Uncut, we rock this note.
The amount of support and camaraderie and networking and coaching that you can get at an event like this is second to none.
I'm just very fortunate to be here and excited about learning more.
Just continuing to foster the relationships that we gain at this conference as well as the veteran community.
The next action that's going to take to move my business forward is to get more contacts and then more contracts.
The next step for my business is funding because, of course, growth can't happen without funding.
I think veterans should come out to these conferences because they have the skill set to be a business owner.
But we here at UTA are here to serve you and to help you in any way we can. UTA just a week ago was named the #1 university for veterans in the United States by Military Times magazines.
They took down a multi-billion-dollar 9,000 location brand in 6 years flat. More of what you want, less of what you don't. Insights, the mindset of what your customers want more of.
Based on your company's stage of growth, physical location, and industry, we are finding every single resource for you in that moment.
People care. We care about one another. I've networked with so many different people, and it's just an amazing time. It's worth more than what I paid, and I will be attending for 2020, and I can't wait.
I just want to send you off the military way. I want to say good luck, happy hunting to each and every one of you. Go out there and kick ass and take names. Thank you very much.
So that was highlights from our 2019 event. 2020 we went virtual, and that's my presentation for you today. What questions and or comments do you have about the VBOC and VBOC resources and activities?
Awesome. So if you can just unshare your screen, Patrick, and then we'll pull everybody back up and see if we've got any questions.
1 second.
Anybody have any questions, just throw your hand up and I'll unmute you. Shauna. Go ahead.
Where can we register for the Live to Lead event?
That registration process will begin on right after July 4th. So we're finishing up the marketing campaign for that. And so you'll have information that July 4th. So by the time I'm teaching your class, July 7th or 8th, you'll have that information for registration.
Okay. Cool, thank you.
Lisa.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Lisa. How are you doing?
Doing fine.
Good to see you.
You too. So let me ask you on the Live to Lead. So they have, so you go, but you can have a vendor's booth also, or is that separate? Somebody else is doing the vendor's booth.
We're still debating right now because it's going to be a hybrid event, and the live portion of it's going to take place at UTA. We're looking at the space to see whether or not we're going to have vendors. UTA is just now opening the campus back up, so we don't know what the space is actually going to look like just yet. But we will know. We'll know shortly.
And Shay Jackson, I see you have your hand up. You can unmute and ask.
Thank you. I did look on the website at the different Boots to Business workshops. Is there anyone particular that you would suggest we sign up for, or is it whenever we have the availability?
Yeah, the content is the same. So it's a canned program with specific content. So you can pretty much take the course anywhere. I personally teach the course every Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you want to do the online course, I personally teach that one on Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, we have time for one more question. Anybody else have a question?
Right, Lisa.
Go ahead.
Is there a fee for the business beyond the battle?
No, I think we're still debating that. We're going to have a VIP ticket, which probably will cost about $49. That will give you access to all 3 days and recordings of it. But what we're probably going to do, we're probably going to make the individual days a free day, and you'll be able to get any 2 days for free. But if you want all 3 days, it'll probably be a VIP fee of $49.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Patrick. Again, he will be back July, our Tuesday in July, 2 times. So we'll get to see Patrick again twice. So thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.
And last, but certainly not least, we have VR Small with our Veteran Women's Enterprise Center.
Good evening, ladies. As everyone has said, congratulations on being one of the selected individuals for this grant. And I'm going to share my screen. So I'm VR Small. I'm the founder and CEO for the Veteran Women's Enterprise Center. Some of you know me, some of you don't. We are a national initiative, and our model facility is in Dallas. It's about 1.5 blocks from the main VA. And as I go through my presentation, I'll share a little bit more about what that is. Excuse me. So the best way to get connected with us is via our website. And so if you haven't been to our website, this is basically what our webpage looks like. If you just have a really quick question or you want us to give you a call, you can use our Tech Bob here. You just click on that and it'll give you the option of sending us a text message or asking us to give you a call back. If you know that you want some information on the organization, you'll see the booking link here. So you can book a 30-minute information session. You can also book a 1-hour mentoring session, and coming soon, now that we're open, you can literally book a tour. And I'll show you why you might want a tour. When you come on our website, immediately you get our upcoming events, and it'll show you the next 3 upcoming events. We'll be changing our videos in July. So different events that we have, you'll get snippets of videos, so you'll be able to see what's going on. And then how to really navigate. Oh, and if you want to get connected, here are all of our links. So if you don't know how to find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or a lot of our programming, particularly from 2020, is on Spotify and some of the other listening links, as well as YouTube. So you can either use the uplink, so you can use our links right here. As I said, our model facility is here in Dallas, and when you link on our center and facility, a virtual tour will usually come up. So this gives you a little tour of our facility. We have a co-working space. There are 16 units there. There are 6 privacy cubes, 6 ergonomic desks, and 4 high bars, which you see here. We have a grant this year for 6 women to get free co-working space, initially for 90 days, and then if your business needs it, to the end of the year. So we'll start out there. Right now, the grantees are looking for businesses who either lost co-working space during COVID or lost their commercial space. But I'm also talking to them to open it up to just women that want co-working space. So maybe you never had co-working space, but you want to get your business out of your home. You want to get out and about. And these are just additional pictures of what our co-working spaces looks like. And you can see these cubes. Right now, we didn't have the screens, but each one of those orange cubes that has a chair has a screen around it now. So it is, in fact, a privacy cube. So you're not looking at anybody else, and they're not looking directly at you. This is our conference space. If you're local and you need conference space, you need space to meet with your providers. You can see in the back, there is a accordion wall. So you can come here and book conference space for your events. And that's basically the different ways that it can be set up as a small area or a bigger area. And then we have our cafe lounge, which right now is open to everybody. Probably 2022, it will be membership based, and it will come with a number of different membership benefits. But right now you can just stop in and charge up your laptop, grab some coffee, hang out, network, use it as a place to meet. Those of you that might come to the VA, this is a great place to stop in and hang out either before or after your meeting. And this is basically what the cafe lounge looks like. If you need more information on the cafe lounge, you can just click here. Once we start charging again, our prices and stuff will be up. But right now it's free to come through. We want you guys to get out. Here's a video that gives you a more in-depth look at our spacing. Blah, blah, blah. And so then here is our programming. So we have 3 signature programs. First, we have our Next Level Business Transformation. This is 50 hours of critical technical assistance with a $5,000 grant. A couple of your members were selected for this program this year. This program runs for 8 weeks. They meet 3 times a week. It's pretty intense, but they come out with an updated business plan, a pitch deck, and they actually get showcased to some of our partners. Last year, we didn't have a big showcase, but this year we're planning a large showcase in collaboration with SMU and FinTech, who is our partners in financial planning this year. Our Next Level Business Transformation, we're waiting on our funding to come down, but those of you who are doing gross revenues of 100K or more, this program actually takes you through a 14-day simulation of how to do a federal grant. So you actually source a grant for your business, then our consultant takes you through the entire writing process, cost analysis, work plans, everything that the federal government requires of you. And then you submit. Of course, we can't guarantee you're going to get that grant, but you become a part of our cohort. Our cohort will meet monthly to keep looking at what grant opportunities you've identified, but also to let you know if there are teaming and subcontracting opportunities within our network. This particular group already has a network and they're very interested in working with veteran women. So there are already primes that are looking for people that they can subcontract with. So you may not be a prime right away, but it will give you opportunity to build your capacity. And finally, we're super excited to be launching our Financial First Building Business Credit Bootcamp. This year, this is being funded by BBVA, and we will hopefully be launching the first series late July. This is a 2-weekend boot camp. It's about 12 or 20 hours, and you go through the financial planning concept. So you learn everything you need to learn about your finances, from how to build your financial statements to forecasting, all of those elements of finance. When you come out, you should be able to have a conversation with your banker or even an investor about your equity, about the value of your business, and how to move your business forward. These classes are free. And then based on the people that attend, we'll be doing 5 $500 matching grants for you to open up a secure line of credit if you don't already have one, or if you just want to continue to build your business credit, you'll be able to pitch for one of those $500 grants. The other resource we really want you guys to be able to hook into is we build our COVID-19 center, and we keep updating this, so you'll find different information here, but you can find a slew of federal resources, our state resources, local resources for Dallas, veteran-specific resources, and women resources. And then during COVID, there were a number of organizations that put out training tools. So those organizations that are still offering those training tools are listed here. So you'll be able to just click on one of these links, and there'll be a full link of different resources that you can link into, what those resources have, and how you might get connected. And we try to update this monthly because some of these were for a month, for a quarter, for a year. So we go through here and update these. If you're ever on our website and you click on a link and it doesn't work, please, give us a heads up so we can follow through and check on it too. But this does all of this, and it breaks it down into very simple opportunities for you. Our other resource is our Business Center. And here in our Business Resource Center, you have your entrepreneur training for women veteran. And some of you guys may be familiar with some of these programs. Of course, our programs are here. Texas Women's University's programs are here. The Women Veteran Gov, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, GovCon is a new program from PenFed, VWise, and then periodically Lift Fund has a grant to do a Women's Veterans Accelerator. And then the Women's Veterans Owned Small Business Initiative is out of the VA, and they're always offering different types of training and resources for you around federal contracting or doing business with the VA. So again, each one of the links takes you to something different. One of the other things that a lot of you guys might be interested in is our grant page. This is just an alphabetical order, and it has a full list of different grants that are specifically for women and or veteran. So again, some of these grants are annual, so you'll click on it and the grant will be closed. Read through, because if it's something that's relevant to your business, whether it's fashion or beverage or skincare, most of these offer them every year. So now you just want to find out, okay, when do they usually offer this? Put it in your calendar so that you're ready to apply for that grant when it opens up again. And some of the larger grants are like that. They're offered annually, and you want to just line yourself up and be ready to take advantage of that. The other way to get connected with us is directly through our email. Again, you can schedule sessions here. And then the best thing is our calendar. So this is our full calendar. So if you want to know what's going on with the organization fully, you can go to our calendar here. Lists all of our events, what's going on, when we're locked down. Our Trending Thursday is coming up this Thursday, but each month you'll be able to see what events. Any events where we're speaking or that we play a role in it are listed here. our community events are listed on our social media. So if it's not something we're actually playing a role in, it's not on our calendar, but it would show up on our social media. So you'll be able to find it there. When our events open up, because they're programs and most of them are by application, when you go to it, it'll tell you the application is open and it'll tell you the process for accessing that particular application. Two things that we do each year is our Women Veteran the Pitch. We do that for Women's Veterans Day. We just finished doing it. Our winner is a part of your group, Miss Jeremy Law. Jeremy Wine won this year. The first year we did it last year in 2020. The winner received $1,000. This year it is $3,000. We hope to keep building that fund until we get up to a really nice amount. It is statewide, so I think maybe a lot of you didn't get the information, but know that every year for Women's Veterans Day for June 12th, we will be doing Women Veteran the Pitch. It is for women who either have a business or have a business idea, and it's in celebration of the brilliance, the ideas and innovation of women veterans. Also, every year we have our annual conference, which is the third Wednesday in October, in celebration of National Business Women's Week. This year we're sponsored by JP Morgan Chase, and we will be doing another pitch competition. The winner of that pitch competition right now will be walking away with $12,500. Second place is $10,000 and third place is $7,500. We are looking for businesses that were really harmed by COVID. So we're looking at the retail and the food and beverage business, and we may open up to hospitality. The applications for that program should open up in August. So again, stay connected to our social media or either our website to see when the application open for the pitch competition. Those are our programs. You guys have any questions?
Do we have any questions? You can raise your hand or unmute and ask. BB, you raised your hand. Go ahead.
Hi. I wanted to know, so since we got this grant, it doesn't affect us applying for other grants at all?
Not for us, no.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Awesome. So VR will be back. She is our last speaker, July 20th, I think, and she'll be speaking on the partnership advantage, and we'll have more information about that going out soon. And so thank you so much, VR. We appreciate you being here and all the work that you do for female veterans. I know a lot of your community is on here, and I'm sure they are equally as thankful for all the things that you do.
Awesome. Good luck, ladies. Have a good evening.
Thanks, VR.
So just a couple of things before I turn it back over to Tracy. So next week, we have Christina Mortel from the Texas Veterans Commission presenting on bail. And that is about your banker, your accountant, your insurance, and your lawyer, which is, that's going to be a really great program. We will do the calendar invite again, so be watching for that. It will come in the next day or so. That's how we're keeping track of registration, so to speak. And in addition to that, also be looking for an email from me specifically. We would like to do some social media highlights on you and your business as a grant winner. So I will be sending out an email about that in the next couple of weeks so that we can start putting that together. It's completely voluntary. You do not have to participate, although I'm sure, I know I would encourage you to, and I'm sure Tracy would encourage you to. So Tracy, I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you guys again so much for being here. We're so excited for you as grant winners. I hope you found some really great information or some information you didn't know tonight. We really wanted to have all our classes and everything done to you for you by those that support veterans. So again, we're so excited for all of you. If you want to unmute, if you have any questions or anything for us, you can ask now. We are getting all your paperwork ready. Sometimes through a university, it may take, I think even in the letter I sent out, about maybe 3 weeks before you get your first installment. But our requirements, and they were in the grant letter, that you attend the classes. We do ask that you either have some time with a mentor or our small business advisor. So if there's any help you are needing with your business, they can help you get along with that as well. And then either a business plan or a business model canvas, you'll turn in with that as well. Many of you may already have one, and that's great. So that makes that part easier for you as well. Again, and we're so excited for all of you. It's such a great group and many different types of businesses. So we're really excited about that as well. Each week too, if you want to put a little more about what your business does in the chat, that is fine as well. Just tonight, we didn't want to keep everybody too late. So again, thank you all so much for being here. Congratulations. We wish a lot of success to all of you. And then if we can help you in any way, reach out at any time.
Have a great evening, everyone.